Ah, yes. St. Patrick's Day event with Marvel Future Fight. So, in 7 days, I can rank up one of my 5-star characters. And I can give 80 biometrics to somebody. And, well, by tomorrow. But is there an actual event, or is this just another login thing? I don't know. But I can tell you that the game updated and added more characters. Unfortunately, there's no new last type character, because we got like 2 of them in the last update. So instead, they gave us a few more characters and extra costumes. And honestly, I have to say that okay, so before I finish that thought, new characters: Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes, the shark-clawed Hellcat, and the monster summoning Kid Kaiju have joined the world of Future Fight. Guess what? Kid Kaiju you have to pretty much pay for, because you can't really get them any other way. And then you have the TV version series of Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, and Elektra, and all different Karnak uniforms. And timeline battle has been changed. I have to look up to see how exactly that's happened. And then I get a notification saying that that's running out. But yeah, 80 bios, 7 days. I'll have a 6-star rank up ticket. No event quest. Although the event quests are annoying to deal with. First, get something out the way. So, as you see, I've been putting in a lot of work. One of the things that's also happened is that they rank combat power, which I don't know what the heck it all means. But apparently, this is my combat power rating for my Captain America, and I still got ways to go. Let me do a one-time clear. And the reason why I do this is so I can get my free energy charge. And now I'll go pick up the rest of my energy charges. Here's my check-in reward. And this is from, well, that's another check-in reward. And this is from my World Boss Invasion bit. Oh my god. 500 energy, folks. Most I've had ever, really. So they decided to release some new characters. Let's have a look-see to see what they're all about. Before we have a look at the new uniforms. First, we have the alternate Ghost Rider. I did not see that coming, to be honest. Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. So no longer that Maximilian dude from YouTube. It now is this guy. At tier 2, his stats. Well, he's more of an energy attacker. His leader skill, he gives all allies ignore dodge by 50%. Oh dear God. And his normal passive, 80% chance to be immune to fire damage. Although there's not that many characters that like abuse fire damage, so that's not exactly a big deal. His Tier 2 passive increases skill damage by 18% and increases bonus damage by 15%. Guaranteed critical rate 25%, guaranteed dodge rate of 20% for himself. Chain Lash 67% damage of energy attack and adds 142 fire damage. So he's using fire, and it seems that this game is giving attention to the fire damage. But they haven't exactly given attention to poison or mind damage, which is what I would want to happen in this game. Torque Chain, fire damage 69% of energy attack, plus an additional 142 fire damage. So yeah, this guy is obviously an energy attacker. He can increase his own speed by 10% for 10 seconds. And then does damage. He can apply bind status and guard against 2 hits. And another fire attack. The cooldown times are, well, they're kind of decent. Like, he'll definitely be needing cooldown time though. So you can pretty much you have to buy this guy. He's gonna be one of the characters that you're gonna have to buy or just use your biometrics to get. But let's look at him in the previews. Also, if you notice, they removed the old opening from the game, where it was Doctor Strange versus Thanos. So now it's changed to this. Now it's changed to that one screen. Anyway, that's the first one. So his normal attack, if you let him keep attacking, he can knock the enemy up. He can essentially take the enemy to a corner. So right now I'm seeing him as the ability to be able to fight in timeline battles a lot easier than most. His last skill, same thing. Oh dear. And it's like he just keeps going. Okay, so the thing that I see with this character is that he actually lacks the ability to inflict burn status effect, which is actually very helpful for any of the characters that use fire, because burn damage does continuous damage. It's like bleed, poison, and whatnot. Bleed, poison, chill. But he at least is able to inflict bind. but he just doesn't inflict like any. He doesn't really inflict any actual status effects. He just does things. So I guess you could. So I guess if you have what's it called? If like get the custom gear to add status effects for you, that'll help you out. And then we have Hellcat, who is a speed type. Inspired by superheroes and comic books, Patsy Walker sought out her own superhero identity after the bitter end of her first marriage. Patsy dubbed herself Hellcat, utilized her natural athletic ability to become a superhero she envisioned as Hellcat. Patsy trained on Titan and honed her psionic abilities and martial arts skills. Upon her return to Earth, she became a member of the superhero team, the Defenders. Oh yeah, what team can he play on? Well, if you ever max out Dormammu, you can put him on a triple team with this. Oh, and I have to mention this. They changed Amadeus Cho's icon to this. That is just mad scary. That is mad scary, yo. You are not the Green Goblin. Stop it. Okay, so as for the team she can be on the Doctor Strange team, which that would be that honestly would be scary, because Doctor Strange also carries the passive of giving you the ability to ignore dodge. Man, I don't know what the heck what's his name does. Or you can throw him on this team of females, or throw him on this team of females. There's multiple teams you can throw him on, but I would say the Doctor Strange team will probably work out best. She's a physical attacker, obviously, judging from her stats. She's kind of even in defense, being a speed type and all. Leader passive increases all allies get a speed increase of 9%, that's actually helpful for the special stages if you're trying to get that time limit one. Now, like, all you'll need is increase attack speed. And after that, Wildcat, 20% chance when attacking. You can apply bleed damage, 30% bleed damage for 1 second for 5 seconds. Tier 2 passive increases critical damage by 20%, increases guaranteed dodge rate by 30, and enhances the skill of Wildcat. So her tier 2 can pretty much be like, you can throw that with Warwolf's tier 2 passive that he gives to everybody, and you'll have an increase. I believe it's an increased crit by like, that would be like 45 to 50%. Anyway, Cat's Cradle, why you call it that? 101% damage, physical damage, 101% of physical attack. And 25%. I'm looking to see if it actually adds any status effects, because I mean, her passive, like her normal passive, can add bleed, but is there any other things? Especially since this is only a 20% chance of adding bleed. That kind of puts her under what's his name? Black Panther, who is pretty much able to just throw bleed damage on you, like like crazy. Dude, that's a crazy cooldown time. Oh, she can increase her critical rate. And her last one adds stun. So what did it increases the skill of what? Huh? Enhance the skill effect of wild. Oh, enhances this. Okay. So let's actually see what she does in combat. Her fourth one. So she can fight at a pretty decent range. And then her last attack is that, which is able to group enemies. So that's helpful. Okay, so she can combo her skills. So like you can combo her skills. It's a little difficult, but I would be like, let's see. You start with 3. Okay, so I need to restart it. So I start with 3, go to 4, go to 2, go to 5, go to 1. Yeah, she has combos. But they would all have to start. You have to start with 3, which would actually work out. She needs guard break though. Like she needs the ability to break guards, or like the ability to pierce shields, because otherwise she's not really gonna go anywhere. Like she won't be able to go anywhere with that. Like she needs the ability to break guards. Okay, we have Kid Kaiju. Kei Kawade is a child who grew up in Oahu, Hawaii, but has moved several times since. From his young age, Kei manifested an ability to bring his art to life. Literally. As Kid Kaiju, Kei can summon and communicate with monsters through his drawings. Kei is also an expert when it comes to comics, books, and films in the genres of sci-fi and horror. So on a team, he can, well, Monsters Unleashed, he can actually be set on. And then get set with that. Or you can put him with put him with Moon Girl, and then you'll put him with Amadeus Cho, which I believe that also is a passive. But they need to get rid of this face. I mean, before, his old icon was like a grin where he was like, yeah, you know you want me. And now it's like, now it's just like, oh dear God. Like, please fix that face. So he actually has a good tier. Okay, so he has a good leader passive at when it's maxed out. All attacks increase by 20%. All defense increased by 20. All speed increased by 10. I was about to say 20. So that's a good leader passive. So his normal passive, he can summon an illusion at max. It will be 135% of his stats. His stats are his stats sit on the low end though. As you can see, like they sit on the low end. Like none of them, like his physical attack can break 4K, which that's pretty great. As for his tier 2, increases skill damage by 30%, increases bonus damage by 20, increases effective skill of Hypo Summon, enhances the skill of team support. Okay, so that would increase this. Okay, this, I would say this would be the guy to go for. So far he's the most interesting out of all to go for, because he's able to, because of his passives. Like, because of his passives, I say he's the guy to go for so far. So his first one, it doesn't add status, but and man, it does. Okay, ooh. Second one. Okay, now we're seeing status effects. Applies burn damage for 30% burn damage for every second for 5 seconds. Can increase. Okay, so if you're good, okay, if you're good at switching between your allies, this is a go-to. Like, this guy's a go-to. Because this guy is this guy is adding buffs so far. Like, I mean, I'm already liking the sound of how this guy plays. Oh my God, he needs cooldown. But he would fit on the team of Rocket Raccoon. Like, I could throw him on the Rocket Raccoon and Warwolf team and get away with some things, considering the stat bonuses. But I could put him on other teams and get the stat bonuses too. This last one. Okay, so from the sound of things, his attacks are very lackluster. But it's really his passives that, I guess, that make up for it. And as you saw, oh, and his summon is already doing some attacks, man. Okay. It's so slow though compared to Moon Girl and whatever her dinosaur name was. And I didn't say start. Oh, and he's just gonna keep going. At least it looks pretty. So let's see. Oh, dude! Okay, now that's pretty awesome. Like, he just he summons a dragon. He pulls out a dragon and a tiger guy. I like to draw that, but man, they don't stay on the screen long enough. Okay, you'll be fine over there? Alright. So, here's attack 1. does Wolverine's drill claw. His tiger guy does that. Oh, somebody. So he decided to come. So his attack too, he rides on the freaking dragon, and was that poison? No, that's burn, right? Stop moving. Yeah, that's burn damage. I thought that was poison, but oh my god, he adds poison. The game doesn't say so. So he's just like, oh, like, I'm sick of it. Like I'm sick of y'all hating on my furry art. Ah! Okay, so wait, did that do damage? Hold up. No, it didn't. I thought it did for a minute. Like he just went, I hate you all. Die. And look at him. He's just sitting there like, I'm drawing. I am drawing on the cover of my book like every bad school kid ever. Then we have this one, and we're like, oh. Okay, I gotta see that from. Oh, everybody attacks. It's like this big, like everybody's like, like oh no. Like everybody combines their attack. It's too bad you don't get a damage. Okay, I gotta see. It adds. Okay, that's done. So, you have to combo. Well, you can. Okay, so you can combine the stun with the bind. Combine the stun with the bind. He doesn't exactly have combos, and judging from his movement speed, he is definitely not somebody. Definitely not someone you could trust. To basically like get away. Like he gets in and he gets overwhelmed, he's dead. Okay, so that's that character. So so out of all three new guys, I like Kid Kaiju the most. One, he adds nice buffs to everybody. So I mean, I guess you can say that's a mini Sharon Rogers. Who's also able to add buffs. Hellcat has combos. She has combos, but it's not, and the ability to add bleed damage. But hers is not that notable. And I'm also trying to figure out like, okay, so where's the whole psionic ability thing? And as for Robbie Reyes, I guess he has the invincibility when he can pull out his Pimp Mobile. But that's about it. Nothing. Yeah, they all seem to lack, and it's like I don't see any nerfs happening anytime soon. In other news, what ended up happening with an update, and I never mentioned this because I didn't bother to make a video, or I did, and I just went like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to delete it. The other characters finally got a tier 2 passive. And the ones I'm talking about are the other ones from the Inhumans, like Phil Coulson, Lincoln Campbell, Deathlock. It's like a lot of these characters got their tier 2. They finally got a tier 2 passive, so now they will no longer be lacking. As for what else has happened, new uniforms for some of our heroes, like the Punisher, which I have to actually look at their uniforms from here. So this uniform, which comes from Daredevil. It's pretty much, this one pretty much focuses on the Daredevil saga. This one decreases skill cooldown by 30%, which is 10 seconds, and it changes his attack, and it changes up his attacks a bit. I'm not gonna preview it because I don't feel like it. Luke Cage got a new uniform where now he is training to be in that one. He's training to be in training to be in Punch Out. And I'm not gonna go any further with that joke. I will keep it there. Increases skill duration of heroes for hire. Reduces the cooldown time. Adds guard break skill effect on street style. So what the heck is heroes for hire? Is that a skill or is that? If I remember right, oh yeah. Heroes for hire. When it's like when he's hit, immune to physical damage for 5 seconds. Luke Cage can be that character that you have in your pocket, especially considering his leader passive. Being immune to a type of damage is great all in itself, because you can stop certain characters that are apparently the top tier and the godlike, such as Sharon Rogers, Unworthy Thor, and many others. You can put a stop to them for the most part. Now, I never saw this, but this it's like you just look up and it's like, wow, man, that hair. You just go like, wow, that hair, yo. Seriously. But if you ever doubted that Iron Fist never worked out, well, these abs, these muscles say otherwise. Anyway, his uniform bonus, I believe it's the same all across the board. Yeah, his uniform bonus is the same all across the board. When his HP goes below 30%, he recovers 10% of his max HP, becomes invincible for 5 seconds, and has a cooldown time of 30 seconds. I think his skills change up. Yeah, his skill, he has the most skill changes out of all of them. So that's something of note. He has 3 skill changes with his. And notice that it doesn't change his type, so that's also a good thing. And Elektra got a new uniform, where now she's part of, now it's more Daredevil. They said, I believe this is the one from the TV show. I never saw it, because if I remember right, the movie one was this. Her movie one was this. I don't remember too well. It's been that long since I've seen the Daredevil movie. And her uniform skill, when throwing size is used, increases critical damage by 15%, increases all speeds by 10%. She is ready for Mortal Kombat. Just do not give her Melina's teeth, and we will be straight. Oh, and Karnak, who went from looking seriously dumb, goes to this. That's like, people call me dumb. Like, people call me dumb. Now I'll show them all. like, I'll show them all my hobo outfit. It's like, do not diss the hobo. His skill changed on Wave of Wisdom, which now it pretty much has nearly the same effect as Odin, because Odin has the ability to remove debuffs. But this guy removes buffs from the field, which that is like, oh dear God, I need that. This is anti Sharon Rogers here. This is anti a lot of characters, because it'll be like, oh, you want to sit there and throw your passives up? Nope. But the cooldown is 12 seconds, so yeah, you'll have to give him a bit of cooldown, so you can just be like, nope. Well, other than that, I dig that one. I dig that Karnak outfit. Too bad I'll never be able to afford it. I think Karnak is the character that people should have been going for, other than Crystal. Like, everyone, pretty much when the new Inhuman characters came out, aside from Medusa, everybody went for Crystal. And those that could get Dormammu got Dormammu. But I think Karnak is the one that everyone should have gone for. I went for Maximus because I was like, oh my god, I love this guy's playstyle. But yeah. Anyway, who's your favorite character out of the new guys? I have to say, out of the 3 new ones that came, I have to give the prize to Kaiju Kid, because he's just got the best passives, and it's just like, you know what? Hold up. Like, hold up. Let me draw something real quick. Also, when I think about it, it reminds me of Dan Hibiki in Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, not the Street Fighter games, because this didn't happen until Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, where Dan would like write his autograph. Dan would like sign an autograph, show it to his opponent, and then throw it as a projectile. Like that just totally reminds me of that. But yeah, I have to give the prize to Kaiju Kid as the character to go for. He's the guy that you go for. If not, maybe Robbie Reyes. Maybe, because I guess I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say that he has invincibility on his 2 moves where he summons the giant car. Well, it summons the Pimp Mobile to run you over. Either way, I am Brad Reed of Gaming Mole. I am going to use up all of my energy to do some major grinding. I am signing off. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.